Hello YouTube, how are you guys doing? It's Evil Knievel here. I'm bringing you another Black Ops 3 gameplay. Now I know I say this all the time, so you probably know what I'm going to be saying next, and that is I'm bringing you guys something different, something new, and this time it's a knife only gameplay. Now why a knife only gameplay? Well, essentially I have two epic camos for my knife. And what a better way of using it than a knife-only gameplay, right? Now, unfortunately, you do only get to see one of them, but the other one is Storm, so it's not really that easy to see, even though it does look absolutely amazing when it's on a gun. So, yeah, I'm playing this on the Safeguard game mode. For you guys that don't know what that is basically a version of this game where you have a little robot that one team has to protect and the other team has to stop it from getting to its goal. So if you're the team with the robot on your side, you have to help it get to this little goal. Someone needs to be near it for it to be moving, and if the robot gets disabled, like you just heard there, then what needs to then happen is you wait a little bit of time and it will eventually reactivate, as you just heard. Now, what am I using perk-wise? Because I only have the knife. Now, because I only have the knife, that means I haven't got a whole lot of defense. So I'm probably going to need to be really quick and really secretive about my movements and know where everybody is and where everybody is moving. So I've gone for perk 1 greed, perk 2 greed, and you guys guessed it, perk 3 greed. So what am I using for my two perk 1 slots? Well, I'm using 6th Sense and I'm using Afterburner. Afterburner means that my boost recharges that little bit quicker. I get so unlucky there with that guy. I am also using 6th Sense, so obviously that goes off if there's someone near. So that's also quite handy. Perk 2, I'm using both trackers, so that's the red footprints on the floor to let you know where people are running. And Hardwired. Now why am I using Hardwired? Essentially Hardwired suppresses the effects of both 6th Sense and Tracker. So if people don't know that I'm sort of hiding near them or in a corner, if the 6th Sense doesn't go off, then hopefully they won't turn around. But if they do turn around and they're holding a gun and I'm not close enough to be able to stab them, then that's when I'm going to die. Perk 3, I'm using Tac Mask. Now Tac Mask, the only reason I was using that, I do believe, was because I didn't have Dead Silence unlocked at the time. Unfortunately, it's not one I've got to. I've recently prestiged, and I don't know whether this was before or after I prestiged when this video was made, but either way, I didn't have it at the time. So I was still using the Tac Mask, and I was also using the Blast Suppressor, because obviously you don't want to be heard when you're using the Blast Suppressor. Now, I try and get up here and kill this guy. The only thing that I can think of as to why he killed me is because he had 6th Sense that sort of let him know that I was there. And if not, I got super unlucky there with some really, really unlucky timing. So yeah, I'm rocking every single perk in the hopes that I'm able to sort of get close to people. And that's what I mean. If I'm not quite close enough, not quite quick enough, I can't kill them with the knife. So it's really quite hard to do this. So what you need to be doing with this tactical wise is, because everyone's facing the robot, you need to be behind the people. But obviously if you just stay there, they're gonna, number one, they're gonna know there's someone with a knife running around that room, so they're probably gonna back off a little bit. So I'm quite lucky here. I get sort of 3 guys, well, 2, and unfortunately he clears at the 3rd. But I will duck out of this gunfight. I will run up the stairs and I'll run back round again, because them 3 that are spawning are now going to be coming behind me, and of course if they're coming behind me, they're going to shoot me in the back and I have no way of defending myself. So if I run behind him again, how that person did not see me there, I will never ever know. Unless of course they have absolutely no reaction speed. So I don't see anyone, I try and run around once again. I get so lucky here, just managing to get into cover, and I decide to just wait in this corner, not only to regain a little bit of health, but if he comes around here, hopefully he's going to be running through there trying to chase me, knowing that I'm sort of damaged, and I'll be able to lunge forward and get him. That isn't the case. I go back and challenge him, and I get quite unlucky here, cleaned up by that guy, and that unfortunately ends a 5 kill streak with knife only. I am using gravity spikes, and I do see the sort of charge now, so I do use them here. I know I probably shouldn't have done for a knife-only gameplay, but I knew one of them two guys was going to get me. To be honest, guys, gravity spikes I wouldn't be using in this. Not for a knife-only gameplay. For a knife-only gameplay, you probably want something like kinetic armor that is obviously going to save your ass if someone's shooting at you. Overdrive so you can speed behind them and get there. Active camo so they can't see where you are. Something like that would be a far better specialist than gravity spikes. On safeguard as a general rule, gravity spikes is an awesome specialist, but just not when you're trying to do knife only. Anyway guys, hit a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. If you really did, hit that subscribe.